So when did you start getting in, like to OnlyFans and stuff like that? How long ago?
It's only been a year.
Only a year. Okay.
And it's amazing. I've taken off like huge. Exotica was great for me. It was like I walk through Exotica and people are like, oh, that's Summer Angel. I'm like, I'm like, wow. Yeah. So that's pretty cool.
So, and when you started it, you weren't showing your face?
Nope.
Okay. And so was it because you were still worried about people recognizing you or?
Yes.
Okay.
I've always worked full time. I was pretty much a single mom my whole life. So I had to work for benefits and things like that with my daughter. Even having my own gym, I needed health benefits for me and my daughter. That doesn't, And so I was into investments, believe it or not. I'm a lot smarter than I look.
Wait, okay, what kind of investments?
Stocks.
All right, so you did day trading type stuff, and you did pretty well with that.
Yep.
Nice.
Yep. I worked for a large organization.
Okay, investment firm.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And so that's why I wasn't showing my face.
Okay, I'm trying to think, like a Merrill Lynch or a Lehman
Kind of
Brothers
like that.
like
yeah.
that's that type of company.
That type of company.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So I would always do the hat thing or not the face, or I've never really done the like hiding your face. That's why I always put hats. Like now I'm just noted for my hats.
From the neck down.
From the neck down kind of thing, yeah. And I decided that, well, I had supposedly had gotten on a hot GILF tour, but that kind of just, I think it's still going on. I'm just not a member anymore.
Okay.
And I had thought, well, if I'm going to go on this tour, they're going to start seeing my face.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have to start showing my face.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I started doing that. And that was even a bigger hit for me because I think everybody, they used to say I had a butter face.
Oh.
They're like, oh, she's probably a butter face,
No, I think it's always because somebody, whether it's work-related, family-related, you don't want potentially certain people seeing, in any way.
Right.
So did you did you leave the?
Well, see, this is what happens. So when I did start showing my face, I think that I was found out, and certain companies aren't quite so good about having extracurricular work activities.
Yeah.
So I was released of my position.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, I know, right?
Well,
I've not had a good month, but it's okay. I'm here with you, so that's all that matters.
Yeah.
But you know what? One door opens, another one closes.
Well, I was going to say, because it sounds like you're ramping up your content creation and you're looking to shoot with companies because you shot with was it Nookies?
Nookies. I've got a shoot next month with Scores. I've got another shoot with Nookies next week. And I'm getting a lot of really weird things, like modeling things, like people want my body, which is fine.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what I'm getting noted as, kind of just like a internet newbie.
Yeah, but
they don't really know what I do.
Okay. Well,
because I'm not heavy into porn, but I'm also into being sexual.
Yeah.
So I'm creating, I think, let's say maybe the old pinup kind of thing.
Okay. So are you not looking to do like a lot of hardcore stuff, or are you looking at like you'll dabble in that at times, and but you'll have your main stuff that you do.
Right.
All right. Because I know that Score tends to, you shoot a batch at once, and
exactly.
You might do a couple solos.
And that's the nicest thing about Scores, I think, too, because the magazine as well. So that's more print, more things like that. So I know I've got my shoot entails that as well.
Okay. So I will say that, getting involved at this point in your life is probably not super common. So what was it that kind of generated the interest to start doing it? Was it?
Actually, the same thing. We were at a swingers event. Okay, lifestyle event. And, of course, obviously there's a lot of content creators that go to these things. So they kept asking, you should do this, you should do this, you should do this. And I'm thinking, I could use the extra money. I'm thinking, why not? Take pretty pictures.
Yeah. Yeah, seems
Seems
simple
easy
enough
to me.
Yeah.
And again, it's just my site just took off. I don't know whether it's just I always get my photos are different than everybody else because I do take my time. And I think that's about it. And I think the whole age factor, I think that has a lot to do with it.
Well,
because now the GILFs are up and coming.
Well, that's what I wanted to talk to you. Do you think that because I mean, MILF has been obviously one of the most popular.
Exactly, and that's what I said to all these girls. All you girls that are MILFs, you can't be a MILF forever.
Yeah,
you can't. I mean, you're gonna change. We all have to kind of accept ownership of who we are as women. You know, and you could be any age and still be attractive and sexy and
I completely agree.
So why not? And now, and you're exactly right, the GILFs is more and more, because that's the Hot GILF tour is coming out. You're seeing more and more women like me that are saying, I'm a GILF.
Well, there have been a few, like there was Rita Daniels, who's really popular. There was Sally D'Angelo, who's really
I just had dinner with Sally
Really?
D'Angelo last week.
Nice. Yeah, I'd love to have her on the show someday because she
is so much fun. Me and her together, we're like, I think we've got a nice relationship going.
But I feel like Rita and Sally were two of the, I'll call it GILF pioneers because they were performing, 10 years ago or however long ago. And it seemed like for a while, those were the only two that, I mean, there were others that score shot, but those two were the ones that, they were on like Brazzers and they were on they were in big label, big names.
And I think too, it was Sally is the one that contacted Scores and says, you need to take a look at Summer.
Really? So you knew her before?
Well, we were, again, this is how it's really very strange. I'm meeting all these really well-known, either A, porn stars, or B, just well-endowed women, like Gianna Woods.
Yeah.
She's got the 5th largest set of boobs in the world, apparently.
Okay.
Yeah. I had another big boob girl reach out to me the other day, wanted to do something with me. I'm like, what is going on? But anyway, so Sally... That's how it started. She made a comment on one of my posts. It was something that simple.
Nice.
And I commented back. I'm like, oh my God, Sally D'Angelo commented on my post?
Yeah. So she referred. So she reached out to Score for you, and then they contacted you at her.
Yeah.
Okay.